touring within Nigeria, which I've done one time, like 7 years ago, it's literally life-threatening. From the roads to everything not being in place. Even just if you ask the big corporations that actually do like concert tours that will put together Oka, Lagos, Port Harcourt all at the same time, you will see the difficulties and challenges that they face just moving equipment. There's no standard. If
the matter chop hot. Assembly diloto. Hey! Aye.
Today we are entering into the whole of Africa, and Yemi Alade has given us something to talk about. She has questioned, or she has revealed, why artists, especially African artists, don't like to tour in Africa. And it is true. If you study, or you've studied in the space, most artists drop projects, or they would want to embark on a tour. You see a tall list of venues and dates and all of that, and you even see a caption like World Tour. And in that World Tour, hardly would you even see African countries in that particular list. Why is it so? Yemi Alade, who is a Nigerian musician, has given us some revelations on why, or some reasons why, African artists or artists don't tour in Africa. This and many more is what we are going to discuss today on the podcast with me, Roland Amati, live on Roland Reports. So if this is your first time, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this content with others so they can equally enjoy it. And of course, I do this with you, so make sure you share your views in the comment section as well. And also don't forget that this show is proudly sponsored by Ghana's number one ride-hailing app, Shagzy. Go on your Google Play Store, your App Store, download today, and thank me later. You would have the best of ride-hailing services. As a driver, you pay no commission to anybody. It is commission free. And as a rider, you just have the chance of enjoying very affordable prices on the market as well. Now let's go straight into today's topic. Enter and close as quickly as possible. So like I said, Yemi Alade is in the news, and she has given us reasons why African artists, or artists in general, are always reluctant to tour in Africa. You know, not long ago, even some Nigerians were even complaining, or some people were complaining that yes, after Africans making these artists big and all of that on the continent or even on the globe, hardly would you see them touring Africa or even playing shows back on their motherland. This has generated lots and lots of conversations, of which some people agreed, some also did not. But Yemi Alade has given us a new twist. Yemi Alade, who is also an active practitioner as a musician in the space, has also given reasons why artists in general don't, or are not fascinated, or like the enthusiasm for them to tour Africa is not in them. So you see a tall list of how do we call it, a world tour, and hardly do you even see, even if you see African countries, it is just some few ones. But then the world tour means America, Europe, Asia, and all of that. And people are asking, is Africa not part of the world? But then Yemi Alade has given us the answer. Let's go listen to her. When we come back, we enter into the matter quickly. Stick and stay.
second one about touring Africa, let's be serious. What of our African artists? Are we touring Africa really? Like, you see how in America, when I want to tour America, all I have to do is hit up my agent, or my agent already has bookings, and I just go out there. There's a system, from trains to buses to everything, ready to go. Touring within Nigeria, which I've done one time, like 7 years ago, it's literally life-threatening. From the roads to everything not being in place. Even just if you ask the big corporations that actually do like concert tours that will put together Oka, Lagos, Port Harcourt all at the same time, you will see the difficulties and challenges that they face just moving equipment. There's no standard. If you're working with someone like Beyonce, you need to bring the standard all the way. Even when I was shooting the videos, we used her exact team, exact glam team, from hair to makeup to everything. There is standard, and I understand that perfectionism. Is it here that you won't make her jam her, or make she just get accident? A hospital no go fit treat her. We will can't lose Beyonce for Africa. Which kind? As in, I think when we think certain things, we need to apply it to our reality. It's not going to work. Even me, I would not dare just wake up and say I want to tour only Nigeria. Am I mad?
Okay.
I want to go sacrifice myself to the gods of the road or waiting.
I'm gonna pray this.
Yemi Alade has brought about a serious conversation. Well, I mean, if we are also on the African continent, obviously you would understand to some extent what she's saying. But the argument here is that some people are saying that, okay, if you are talking about standards and professionalism and all of that, don't we have Africans who are actually coordinating or even doing these events for the likes of the Beyoncés and those people out there that you would want to compare to? Of course, it is our own people who are also contributing doing some of these events. Obviously, you can't tell me no. And again, if it is about standards and all of that, why is it that we can't bring the standards or we can't replicate the standards here in Africa? Is it out of complacency? Is it familiarism with our artists? What is actually the problem? Because the standard is the standard, like she said, and I totally agree. I mean, bringing things that will ease up the person's flow or musician's flow for them to go and work is one of the requirements. But then some people would also tell you that even touring in Africa or moving from one African country to the other is as difficult as hell. It's as difficult as hell, of which so many people have complained. That yes, so we know even among African countries, certain countries are even issuing visa waivers and all of that, which is helping. But what is actually the solution to Africans, like encouraging Africans to, or artists to even tour in Africa? What is the solution? Maybe you can share your views in the comment section. Let me know what you think are some of the solutions by which would encourage Africans or artists to tour in Africa. Because sometimes it feels so sad that you see artists make up a huge tour list of dates of, and they title it War Tour. And in that War Tour, you don't see any African country in it. In recent times, I've seen the likes of King Promise, I've seen Amare, like so many of them. Yes, we know maybe in your jurisdiction we would say that, oh, they reside in Africa and all of that, but how about the people out there? Why are they also not encouraged? Because if Beyonce would go on a world tour, or some of these other artists who even live in the Western land would even go on a world tour, like the focus is not even in Africa. The focus is not even in Africa. Is it out of logistics? Is it the fact that we don't have good staff for them to be able to, for it to encourage them to come and work? What is actually the problem, or what do you think we can do to make sure we entice these artists to come and tour in Africa? Because if not for anything at all, I mean, the economic benefits that would even come to Africa is even huge. Or it's been a huge conversation that we should even push us for us to come and do it. You look at the year of return that Ghana hosted, of which so many people were coming. The types of events that, from Afro Nation to Global Citizen to all the top events to Freedom Wave Festival or Freedom Wave concert that have been held in this country. Look at the number of economic, or the amount of economic benefits that was rigged in this particular side of the world. So what do you think will happen if we encourage these artists to come to Africa and come and tour? What are some of the things we need to do right? Is Yemi Alade right? Do you agree with her? Or you say that it goes beyond just creating standards? Let me hear from you. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Until then, my name is Roland Amate. Thanks for spending time with me. Make sure you share this content on all your platforms, all your socials, and I would be here to be reading comments, or your comments, or some of your comments in the next episode. Until then, stay. Don't forget to stay safe. I'll meet you on the next episode. Peace. I'm out of here.
The matter chop hot. Assembly Diloto. Hey! Aye! Hey!